Hey, you. If you're being shown this, it is likely that someone thinks you are in a cult. Don't panic. We're here to help. There's almost no way to know that you're in a cult when you are in one, which is why they're so tricky. But there's lots of cults going on right now, and a lot of people are going to be realizing it. And so that you might not think it's you, but it might be you. So keep look up the bite model. Do you see this? This guy, Dr. Stephen Hassan, came up with this bite model. It's some of the framework of cults. You might not know some of this, so look up the bite model and ask yourself: do any of these factors factor into what I'm living right now? And just be really open and honest with yourself, and ask real open and honest questions, and be open to hard answers. Second is you owe no one disclosure, okay? You don't have to tell anybody that you were in a cult, no matter which one it was. A lot of times you hear people talking about being in cults because it's important for them to share their story, but no one actually ever has to say a single word about what they escaped and why or what reason. You owe no one disclosure about the cults that you were stuck in. It's not your fault this happened to you. It's not. But if you leave your cult, you're going to rip out a lot of stuff that used to feed you or attempt to feed you, right? But it wasn't nourishing you, right? But like the places where you got your feelings of safety and identity and resources, you might have to leave that. And so what it's more important than ever that you do is you seek community for yourself. And I recommend looking up mutual aid in your local community or your or safe online communities that are accessible to you. Um, Finding community is going to be key if you are trying to replace what a cult was stuffing down your throat. When you are in communities where people are talking about being deprogrammed from cults, expect your feelings to get hurt, but it's okay. You can survive your feelings getting hurt. Keep listening anyway, because a lot of times our feelings are just our old delusions coming back at us and saying, no, this doesn't fit with me. I need to live. And so it f's with your feelings. But sometimes the truth is hard to listen to, and not just what you think is hard is true. A lot of things that you think are true right now are actually not, and you're going to realize that, and it sucks. But you can get smarter. You can replace the old misinformation with new information that will help you to become a person that has an identity that is not wrapped up in harmful delusion that is handed out by people that don't know any better. They might be perfectly good people. You probably are a perfectly good person, right? But it's the good people that get roped into cults, right? So just putting that out there. You are vulnerable to attacks when you are leaving cults because other predators are going to look for you. You need to make sure that you start looking at everyone as a possible red flag until otherwise, okay? Because people are going to be looking for you to give them money or something. They're going to be trying to weasel something out of you as you're in a very difficult place in your life. Don't let them do it. Boundaries. You've never learned boundaries because that is one of the things about cults is they don't let people learn boundaries, but you need to learn about boundaries immediately. You can always say no at any time, and you deserve to make changes if you feel uncomfortable at any time. You get to make the rules about who is allowed in your space and who you disclose certain information to. You make the rules about you, but that means that you need to start doing the steps of actually creating the rules about you, asking yourself, what do I need, what am I leaving behind? I recommend starting to write, just get a notebook that you don't mind, or don't get something nice, get something that you can just scribble notes on, because as what happens to you is called deconstruction. As you deconstruct, you start trying to so much information comes out at you because you relive all of the things that you've lived, or there's all these voices in your head that start coming back at different times, and you're like, oh my god, I was in a cult. And it's just helpful to write it down so that then you can sort of like your brain stops having to process it in that moment, and then you can like move on, or you can keep writing. It's great therapy, but be careful when you write when you're feeling depressed. If it turns into something that starts to look like a letter for leaving the universe, you need to stop writing and take care of yourself. Maybe wash your face, eat some protein, maybe drink some electrolytes or some tea, okay? But writing is really, really helpful, okay? Look up how to look up nervous system regulation, look up DBT. Those are all things that you can learn how to do through videos only. You don't actually have to do to to buy them in person. It is helpful to do so. But, or at least for DBT, it's helpful to do DBT for real in real life. But right now the world is burning and there's not enough DBT groups and no one's paying for anything anyway. So you can learn DBT on the internet from YouTube. DBT is dialectical behavioral therapy, and it teaches you how to look for what is actually real in your life versus what is the delusions in your life. And it has deprogrammed me from living in a cult, and it can with you too, because you deserve to be free. You deserve to not have the chains of these past generations sins on us anymore. We can break the cycle. We can break our generational chains of trauma and say it ends with me. I'm going to look inside and heal myself so that the harm that has happened from 4 generations, look up epigenetics, the harm that has happened from 4 generations and on into me, I don't need to put that into other people or put it out in bad ways anymore, even though that is what you do, because when you're only trauma inside, only trauma can come out, really, or at least eventually, right? So you have to stop anyway, okay. Please be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Take breaks. Okay, if you are thinking about stuff and it's starting to get to be too much, you can stop thinking about it. You can say, okay, stop. I'm done. And go and take care of yourself. Find out the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Learn what triggers are for you. Learn what activation is for you. Learn where in your body those things take place, and start to take care of yourself when you notice them in your body before they become too much. Please seek group help. Find communities that you can go to. Have a few people that you can call at any time and be like, what? I just realized that there's no heaven, you guys. There's no heaven. What do I do with that? Because that's going to happen to you. It's okay. Have people like that though, and please take up space, because it's a lot. You are being deprogrammed from a cult. It is okay that you do it messy. It is okay for you to do it wrong. The only thing that I ask is that tomorrow you're better than you were today. Okay? And that's all I ask of myself. And that's all you need to ask of yourself, is just do what's right in healing yourself and replenishing yourself today. And sometimes that can look like a lot of different things, but start that journey for yourself, because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. You deserve better than the group that you've ended up being painted into a corner with. And you need to go find your own groups and find community, because you can find friends. You can find help from other people that have I started this 15 years ago. I've been deconstructing forever. I'm solid. I'm a great person to come to. There's lots of people like me. The deconstruction community on TikTok and on YouTube is a great place to start. But please, you deserve better than what you're getting, and start asking for it for yourself, because you deserve it. Learn about boundaries. I love you.